Hi, Dillingham 5th grade. This is Mr. Lemaster. And I just want to say hi, and I hope you all are doing well and staying healthy during these crazy times. I'm very thankful for technology that's allowing us to be able to communicate during these times. So I just want to talk about one of the activities that is on the calendar for this week in the Google Music Classroom. So the activity, one of them for this week is a sound story or a soundscape. It's basically adding sound effects into a story. And so I just wanted to kind of talk about it for a couple minutes and clarify some things about that concept. So first, you're going to need a story. I would start with a simple picture book. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate or really long, just a simple story. And then you're also going to need some objects from around your house to help you create sounds for that story. But first, I would start with the story because you don't really know what sounds you're going to need until you dive into the story itself. And so I would pick a book, find a story, read through it, and then I would go back to the beginning and I would start assigning sounds to characters in the story. And you could use any objects around your house to create these sounds. If you have any musical instruments, that's great. If you don't, that's okay. I would just get creative with it and see what you can come up with. And also remember, you could also use your body to create sounds, body percussion sounds like snapping, clapping, patting, and stomping your feet. You could use those to help you create sounds in this story also. I would start with the characters, and maybe there's 3 or 4 characters in this story. So I would attach a sound for each of those characters. Then if you wanted to get a little bit more creative with it, you could look for reoccurring keywords in this story and then assign sounds to those words. And then every time that word comes up in the story, that sound would be played then. And so hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Don't overthink it or make it too complicated. It's actually pretty simple. The concept is that, for example, there's a lot of movies that, in fact, most movies include a lot of sound effects and music that's also played in the background to enhance the scenes. And so a lot of times we don't even realize that. Because we're busy watching the scene unfold. But now we get to kind of dive into those sounds. And so the story that you pick is kind of like your movie scenes. And you're going to be able to add sounds. If you want to add a song even to it, I mean, the sky's the limit. You know, you can be, it's music, it's the fine arts, and you can be as creative as you'd like. But adding a whole song into the story is not required, but I mean, if you want to add a song or a dance into the story, that's totally up to you. And I think that would be really cool. But just remember, it doesn't have to be anything really, really complicated. You could just pick a simple story, attach some sound effects to those characters, and that would be good enough. Also, if there's sounds that occur in the story itself, maybe like the wind is blowing really hard and it blows over a trash can that rolls down the street and it makes a lot of clanging sounds, then you could recreate those sounds by finding a couple of metal objects around your house and banging them together to help create that sound effect. Yeah, this is a very fun activity, and I really enjoy these kind of activities. I really enjoy stories, and I enjoy music, and I enjoy sounds. And so I hope you have fun this week with this activity. If you ever have any questions, I'm in the Google Classroom also, and I get the notifications whenever somebody comments on something. So if you have any questions, just let me know in the Google Classroom or comment on this activity and let me know. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this week, and remember, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Until next time, have fun.